3 men amongst those who came before you, one night came upon them. As the night came upon them, they wanted shelter, so they went into a cave. When they awoke in the morning, they found to their surprise that the entrance of the cave was completely blocked. They were trapped inside. They knew that if they had stayed there, they were all going to die. One of them said to his friends, "Wallahi, we have no other hope except for each one of us to sit in a corner alone and secretly call upon Allah and mention a very secret act of goodness that they have done for the sake of Allah, truly, and the hope that our Creator will allow us to use that good deed like a free card to release us from this cave." The first one put his hands up and secretly said, "Oh Allah, I used to be a farmer and I had sheep and goats, and I used to go and graze them far away in the land. I had a wife and children and 2 elderly parents who were disabled. And I had a habit, every time I came back from looking after my sheep before sunset, I would milk whatever milk there is. And I would go and give my parents milk before my wife and children and before myself. One day, there were no trees for my sheep to graze in, so I had to go further away. But as a result, I returned back and it was dark. And when I came to see my parents, I found they had gone to sleep. I stayed beside them, waiting for them to wake up. And my children were hungry. So I thought my parents are more important. And then when they woke up, I gave them the milk, and then I fed my children, my wife and myself. Oh Allah, you know that I did this truly only for your sake and for no other reason. Then save us from this cave. After a little while, they noticed the rock had moved a little bit, but not enough. The second person said, "Oh Allah, I had a cousin who I fell passionately in love with. One day, there was a famine, and I had money. So she came to me for help, and I gave her 120 dinars. In exchange, I said, on condition, you sleep with me." Because of her destitution and everything, and she accepted. When I met with her in private, I was about to do the haram, she said to me a word, "Fear Allah, and do not take me except in the halal way." He said, I feared Allah and something came down into my heart of fear. I left her for the sake of Allah. Oh Allah, if you knew that I did that for your sake and honestly and truthfully, wholeheartedly, and save us from this cave. The rock moved a little bit, but not enough. The third person said, "Oh Allah, I had a big business, and one day I hired some workers to do a job. And when they finished, I gave each one their due, and one of them, he said, don't worry, I won't take it now, I'll come another time. He came back years later and said, I would like my wage. So I looked and I said, see everything you see here in this section, this was all the profit from your money that I still owed you. Take it, or half of it, or whatever." And he took it all and did not leave one thing. He said, "Oh Allah, if you know that I did that act only for your sake and honestly, save us from this cave." Until finally the rock moved and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved them.